Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get my next guest out. She's a British actress who's taken America by storm. She not only stars in, but has written her fantastic new series, Doll and Them. Here she is, the lovely Emily Mortimer. A double kiss, come and sit down. Emily Mortimer. So, Emily, I was reading up on you, of course, and you worked with Martin Scorsese not once but twice, I believe. Is that right?
Yes.
OK, so he must like working with you. What's it like working with someone like him? Because he is acknowledged as one of the giants in the industry.
Oh, my God, he's also one of the sweetest people you've ever met. And his enthusiasm for what he does, for making movies, comes from his love of other people's films and his obsession with the world of cinema. And so
he knows more about film than almost anyone else on the planet, doesn't he?
Yes, but I got to the point where I felt like he really might quite like me because he put me in two films.
So you were in Shutter Island first,
yes,
and then in Hugo.
Yes, in Hugo. But because I've been in two of them, I was feeling quite confident about my relationship with Martin Scorsese, and then I completely screwed it up because it was his birthday, and somebody had come round to the dressing rooms the day before and sort of given us the hint that it was Marty's birthday the next day, but I'd got distracted and I just had a baby and I was not thinking straight, so I didn't buy him anything. And then the next morning, Sacha Baron Cohen and Sir Ben Kingsley and all the other people in the film had brought him these incredible presents. And I was thinking, shit, I've got to come up with something. And then I had this brainwave that in my handbag, I'd bought a few days before a birthday card for my nephew. And it was a Catherine Tate, dressed as the old lady, when she's that awful old lady with the sort of wee-stained knickers. And I thought, this is brilliant. This is the perfect thing, because it's sort of English and ironic, and he'll just think this is so cool. And anyway, I was walking to the set and I showed it to Sacha in the car, and I said, I've got this for him, and I could see him slightly think, don't give that to him. But I was thinking, he's just jealous. He's threatened by this car because it's so brilliant. I was like, I've got the best thing. And then I stormed into it, I went, Marty! I don't think I'd ever said Marty before either. Happy birthday! And I gave him a huge hug and he said, thank you so much. And I said, here's your card. It was one of those ones that speak to you when you open it. And it goes, it's your birthday. This weird woman says, it's your birthday, happy birthday, have a piece of cake, go on, treat yourself. And he just, every wire in his brain just fused. And he just was so confused, poor guy. And I realised the thing about him is that he's so classy. And this birthday card just totally terrified him. And he couldn't really talk to me. He hasn't really spoken to me since.
And you're obviously you're in the acting profession. Your husband is also an actor.
He is.
Now, how does that work? Is it good, the two of you both being in the same profession, or does it make it harder?
No, it's good. I think you do. You have a sort of complicity and you understand each other. And the thing about being married to an actor is that you give each other leeway to go off and do these jobs, and sometimes they're really fun, sometimes they're not. But because one of you's doing it, and the other one has to allow them to do it, and then vice versa. But I've got terrible double standards about things like kissing girls and things. I think it's all right for me to kiss people in films. So
if you have to kiss a guy in a movie, or a girl, you'd say that's
fine.
Okay.
It's totally nothing to
but
be
he's
threatened
in a
by.
movie with Scarlett Johansson saying
No, yeah, and I hate it, and I give him absolute hell about it, and just hate the whole thing.
How do you give him hell? What, you actually say to him, I hate you doing this, or do you just, you're colder to him?
No, I tell you what I do. I do these weird hypotheticals on him that he's learned to just lie.
Oh, man.
Well, he's learned to just lie so obviously.
That's the worst thing in the world if your wife says, what if this happened?
Yeah.
And there's nowhere to hide.
Yeah, so this is my what if, is I'll say to him, okay, so imagine you've been on a set for many, many weeks with a very beautiful, much younger girl playing your girlfriend, and I've been a bitch for 3 months. I've been horrible. Every time you've answered the phone to me, I've just done nothing but belittle you and moan at you and cry. And this girl really thinks you're wonderful. And you're walking home one night from a cast dinner, and she turns to you and she says, Alessandro, I'm so attracted to you, and I just think you're the most incredibly talented person and so handsome. And all I'd like is one kiss. And I promise it will rest here. You never need to know anything more about it. And my question to him is this. Would you be at all conflicted? And he knows to say, no, absolutely not. I wouldn't kiss her, and I wouldn't be at all conflicted as to whether or not to kiss her.
But why do you put yourself in that position?
Oh, I don't know, because I'm mad. I don't know.
Let me ask the guys in there. Let me ask you in the group. So Kiefer, of course, and Chris, both actors, when you have to kiss a woman on screen, are you comfortable with that? Is it difficult squaring that with your partner?
Why don't you start, Chris?
Well, you know what? I just said, we were just talking about it while you were talking. And I have to say, Kiefer lies. And I say nothing. I just don't, like, if I have to kiss a girl in a film, Dawn doesn't know that it's happening until she sees the film. But the best answer for me was John, who sometimes has to kiss girls in music videos and tell them what happens.
Well, I actually haven't kissed one since I've been with my wife, who used to be my girlfriend. I haven't kissed any since. But even when I have a girl in the video, she's very, very aware of it, and she wants me to describe in detail exactly how I touch them, so she knows in advance. And she knows how annoying it is for me to actually describe it to her, each scene, but that's part of my punishment for having another girl.
So the fact that so you feel uncomfortable, or you just know that she's going to be cross with you if you say, I mean, how would you describe, say I'm your wife, how would you describe to me the touching?
Oh, I describe it in the most sterile possible way.
So if you were rubbing your hand on her thigh?
I would say, I touched her leg.
So use the medical term for things. You say...
Touch her femur.
Well, thank you for that, John. Let's talk about Doll and M. Now, Doll and M is Emily's new series, which you've co-written.
Yes.
Well, tell us the premise.
It's me and my best friend from childhood, Dolly Wells, a brilliant actress and comedian, and we came up with this idea, which is what would happen if you made your childhood best friend your personal assistant? And the answer is everything would go horribly wrong.
Just ask Nigella Lawson. So, but this is it's a very, you get the premise immediately. It's a very funny show. But it's also it feels quite real to me. And this obviously isn't what your relationship's like.
No, okay. But it's what our friendship. I think what we knew we had was the ability to be friends together on screen in a way that felt very real. And then when you start to sort of screw everything up, it starts to, it's quite sort of, it feels quite intense, because we've set up this relationship that does seem kind of weirdly real, because it is real.
But what's lovely about it, I think, and you'll see this when you watch the show, is there's a very good reason why your character, who's sort of you, it's sort of you. She's an actress and called Emily, so it's sort of you. She offers her the job because, I'm not giving too much away here, I don't think, because her friend has gone through a terrible breakup and is in pieces, so she says, well, come and fly out with me, come and be with me, and then, well, you want to stay, I'll give you the job. And the minute that happens, you think, oh no, this is gonna be awful.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Okay, let's have a look. This is a clip from Doll and M. I think you're gonna like it. Sorry, that's a horrible moment when but she doesn't mean to, she's not trying to pull the rug out from you, she's just kind of, but there is a weird tension between the two, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a bit of a tension convention, because we both quite fancy the guy in the hot tub.
Hey, it's been lovely having you here, and really, Doll and M, I love it. It's on Sky Living, 18th of February, 10 p.m. It's great fun, and I applaud you and Dolly for writing it, because I think it's a really lovely piece of work.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous Emily Mortimer. It was lovely, thank you. Thank you, Emily. After the break, Kiefer Sutherland will be telling us all about the new series of 24, and we have live music from the fantastic John Legend. See you in a couple of minutes.